News headlines. Karzai urged inclusive dialogue, not force, with the Taliban for policy improvements. 1,493 migrants repatriated to Afghanistan in the last 24 hours. Work on oil extraction inaugurated in Saripul. Hello, my name is Mahi Nouri from First Time News Network. Today is 28 November 2023. Former President Hamid Karzai says the international community should not forcibly remove the Taliban from power, but it should encourage inclusive intra-Afghan dialogue to bring about policy improvements, as reported by Japan. Speaking to Kyodo News, Karzai, who was the country's leader from 2002 to 2014, emphasized the importance of foreign nations supporting a diplomatic approach. He stated that resuming girls' education could be a crucial step toward the Taliban gaining legitimate and recognized status globally. The Taliban's oppressive treatment of women and minorities has led to its lack of international recognition. Female students are restricted from continuing education beyond the 6th grade, and female employment is effectively prohibited. While pushing for immediate measures to allow women and girls back to school, Karzai stressed that forcibly removing the Taliban from power is not a viable solution. We don't want a conflict in this country anymore. Conflict will make things even worse than they are today, Karzai stated in the interview at his residence in central Kabul. We want improvements in policy. We want all Afghans getting together to build the future. Although Karzai insists on immediate action for women's education, he calls for intra-Afghan talks involving all the ethnic groups, some of whom are still fighting against Taliban, being as soon as possible. He did not provide a specific timeline for negotiation. Acknowledging that the Taliban recognized the necessity of talks, Karzai highlighted that the time or preparation are required before the process can commence. Last week, the Taliban posted recommendation from UN mandated assessment regarding the appointment of United Nations Special Envoy and the initiating of the dialogue process among Afghans. Figures released by Pakistani authorities indicate that the 1,493 migrants were deported to Afghanistan on Monday, November 27, showing a notable decrease compared to previous day deportation. This marked a significant drop in return of migrants from Pakistan for a second consecutive day, as daily deportation typically ranged between 2,500 to 3,000 individuals before the decline. The migrants entered the country through the Torkham and Chaman border crossing, located in Nangarhar and Kandahar province, respectively. Pakistani media reports indicate that a total 256,268 undocumented migrants have been repatriated to Afghanistan over the past 27 days. UN statistics reveal that since mid-September, at least 400,000 Afghan migrants have been repatriated to the country. Taliban on Tuesday commenced operation for the extraction of 8 oil fields and the Amu Darya oil field in Saripul province in the northern region of Afghanistan. Shahabuddin Dilawar, the acting Minister of Mines and Petroleum for Taliban, announced its ceremony in Saripul that they plan to prepare nearly 10 new wells for future oil extraction. The Taliban's statement revealed that over 350 engineers and 550 employees will be engaged in this ambitious project. During the ceremony, Abdul Ghani Brother, Deputy Chief Minister of the Taliban, hailed the oil extraction as a positive step toward the country's self-sufficiency, emphasized the importance of providing enhanced social services to the residents of Saripul. The statement highlighted that the activation of these 8 additional wells will result in an increase of 800 cubic meters per day in oil extraction from this particular oil field. In the province of Saripul and Faryab, 3 mines named Kashgari Bazar and Sumardasazi have been officially registered. According to Taliban estimated value of reserves and this oil field, approximately 87 million barrels. The Taliban also disclosed that the daily income from oil extraction in Kashgari area of Saripul reaches $600,000.